So you're thinking about moving to Bermuda Run, North Carolina, because you've heard it's this great golf community right outside Winston-Salem that's super quiet, convenient to Winston-Salem and Greensboro, and one of the best quiet, tight-knit communities in the Triad. But people don't realize until after they move, one of the biggest pros for living in Bermuda Run might be the biggest deal breaker for some people. So stick around while we jump into Google Maps and take a trip around Bermuda Run and show you where it's located in North Carolina compared to Winston-Salem, Greensboro, airports, what life is like living in Bermuda Run. And this might help you decide whether or not Bermuda Run is the place for you to call your next home, or maybe we need to look at Clemmons, Winston-Salem, or beyond. If this is your first time to my channel and you're interested in finding out more about what life is like in Bermuda Run, North Carolina, and or the Winston-Salem Triad area in general, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. We put out content every day about cities like Bermuda Run or areas around Winston-Salem and Greensboro and North Carolina in general, and we want to make sure that you don't miss out on our new content. So definitely hit the subscribe button below, and if you have any questions about what life looks like in North Carolina and more questions about Bermuda Run, please don't forget to call, text, or DM me, or you can hit the button below and sign up for a Zoom meeting. I'd love to be able to chat with you face to face about what your next move looks like. Okay, so we have jumped into Google Maps, and what we're gonna do is start out and just kind of talk about where the Triad is located in North Carolina, and just kind of just in general where Charlotte and Raleigh-Durham are located, and just kind of like some other little spots so you can kind of see where it's located versus the beach or the mountains or Atlanta or Washington, D.C., etc. Okay, so we've got North Carolina right here. Here is Greensboro and Winston-Salem. Again, this is what's considered the Triad, and Charlotte is a straight shot from Greensboro in Winston-Salem. And Bermuda Run is like right here on the edge of Winston-Salem. So you're looking at from Winston-Salem to Charlotte about an hour, 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. Now where Bermuda Run is actually slightly closer to Charlotte than even Winston-Salem. So you can probably chalk off a couple like 5-10 minutes just living in Bermuda Run because it's just a little bit closer to Statesville, which is closer to Lake Norman and Charlotte. So you are slightly bit closer. Now Greensboro to Charlotte is another straight shot. It's about an hour and a half, and somewhere around there, an hour, a little bit over an hour and a half. The Triad is centrally located. Then we've got Raleigh-Durham, which they call the Triangle, and those are down here on the map, and it's another straight shot from Winston-Salem to Raleigh-Durham or Bermuda Run. You're looking at a little bit over an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 35 minutes, 45 minutes, just depend on traffic. Greensboro is a little bit closer to Raleigh-Durham, so you're looking at a little over an hour, hour and 15 minutes, depending on traffic wise. But the Triad is so centrally located in the state. To the left of the Triad, you've got the mountains. So if you want to go to the mountains, you can go to the mountains. You're about 2.5-3 hours from the mountains. You've got right here, you can see that we've got Asheville, we've got Pigeon Forge right here. We've got the Nantahala Forest. So you are really close to the Smoky Mountains and the Blue Ridge Mountains living in the Triad, couple hours, 2.5-3 hours. Then we've got to the right, we've got the beach location. So we've got Wilmington down here, we've got Myrtle Beach. From the Triad, you're looking at about 3.5 hours to the beach, depending on where you're at in the Triad. Could be a little bit faster, take a little bit longer. Charleston's gonna be a little bit further, and that's gonna be about 4.5 hours, depending on traffic. But it is as well a straight shot. So you can get to the beach anywhere you're at in the Triad with a straight shot. It's really nice to live in the Triad because it's so centrally located in the state. You also can get to Atlanta in about 6 hours. Again, that's heavy traffic, but it's another straight shot. Then if you go north of the Triad, you'll see here's Washington, D.C. up here located above it. That is another very straight shot up 85 or 95. And that is about six and a half hours, you know, depending on the traffic, because there is a lot of traffic going up I-95 and 85. But you can kind of get anywhere. And if you want a big city feel, you can either head down to Charlotte or Raleigh or head up north to Washington, D.C., or you can head down to Atlanta. So it's got the best of both worlds, being that you're close to the mountains, close to the beach, and you can hit all the big cities, but you don't have to live in a big city and pay for a big city lifestyle. So these are some of the big benefits. But now we're going to jump in a little bit closer and kind of show you where Bermuda Run is located to Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and in the Triad. We're going to show you where it's located to the airports and etc. So now we've got Bermuda Run on the map. You see it down here. You'll see that it's off of I-40. So you're right on the highway. So it's a straight shot to Winston-Salem. And honestly, you could head straight shot to Greensboro. To Winston-Salem from Bermuda Run, it's about 15 minutes. You also see that Clemmons is located right next to Bermuda Run. So we've done many videos on Clemmons and we'll do more, but everything you could possibly need, if you don't want to drive to Winston-Salem, you can probably get it in Clemmons. And Lewisville, where we've also done a bunch of videos, is also very close. So you're very close to Lewisville and Clemmons living in Bermuda Run. You're also close to Winston-Salem. Now, Greensboro is about 30 minutes, maybe 35 with a little bit of traffic, but it's a straight shot. So if I zoom out a little bit, you'll see we've got Bermuda Run right here. And then we're going to go to Greensboro. You see that it's a straight shot. Now that's about 35 minutes. So the airport, again, we know is like right here. So you're thinking if you live in Bermuda Run and you need to hit up an airport or you fly a lot, you're thinking it's about a 35 minute drive. You know, give yourself a little bit of time, but it's still very, very close and very convenient. Now you could go the opposite direction and head down to Statesville and then 77 and get to Charlotte, and you're looking at about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. You will save a couple of minutes living in Bermuda Run just because you are a little bit closer. You're 15 minutes closer to Charlotte going the opposite direction. So it is a super convenient place to live and very close to Winston-Salem again. So you're very close to grocery stores, shopping, medical facilities in Winston-Salem, the downtown area, 15 minutes. So super, super convenient place to live. So let's jump in a little bit closer and kind of take a look at what life looks like living in Bermuda Run comparatively, and like where grocery stores are, where do you shop, where do you eat, food, what do you do in living in Bermuda? So let's zoom in a little bit closer so we can kind of take a look at that. So again, we can see where Clemmons is right here, and then we've got Bermuda Run. It is its neighbor city. It's literally right next to it. You'll see that here we've done some videos at Tanglewood, the backyard to Bermuda Run. So if you love going to Tanglewood and walking in the park or mountain biking or playing with your dog in the dog park or playing golf at Tanglewood, if you don't want to play at Bermuda Run, you can definitely hit up Tanglewood. So they're so very close. And again, Clemmons is here. So you're only about 8 minutes at the most from Bermuda Run to Clemmons. So you've got all the grocery stores, anything and everything you could think of in Clemmons, and Planet Fitness and the YMCA. So you're so close to everything, even though Bermuda Run is a small town of about 3,200 people. You get the feel, that quite knit community, but you're just, you get the benefits of living so close to Winston-Salem, Clemmons, etc., without having to live in that bigger city hectic feel. But let's jump in here and kind of look at what life would look like on an everyday basis. So we've got the farmers market. It is right off of 801. So here's Bermuda Run right here. Here's this gated community. So you've got the farmers market. So if you'd like to hit the farmers market, you can definitely hit that every weekend. Then we've got Bermuda Village. There is multiple housing in Bermuda Village. There is condos and some aging facilities. So if you need assistance or you don't want to take care of a home or cook for yourself anymore and you just want to kind of live like a hotel lifestyle, I would say that's the best way to describe it. But you want benefits of amenities in a community and you are over 55, you've got Bermuda Village right here. We've also got a Bermuda Run store over on the other side of 158, which is another main road from Bermuda Run to Clemmons. So if you like to run, you can definitely hit that store. There is a Goodwill in Bermuda Run. It's off of 158. Then we've got Tanglewood Pizza. Now, this is in a small strip mall. It is one of the very few places you can actually eat at in Bermuda Run, and it's a local pizza place. There's also a home furnishing store, so you don't have to go that far if you need to buy new furniture. It's Meg Brown for Home Furnishings. Then we've got a candle and eclectic gift shop, also in Bermuda Run. We've got Busy Bees, and I believe that's another eclectic shop. We've got Maddie's Cakes, and it's a custom cake decorating and cake shop. So it's right there as well. Let's see, we'll move on to different things that you can hang out. You've got the country club, which is located right here. Again, we're in Bermuda Run. Everything's like right next to each other. You know, if you had a golf cart, you could definitely drive it everywhere within the gated community. So here's the country club and the pool, the tennis courts, restaurant, everything is right in there. And it's along the golf course. You can see the golf course is right here. There's different gates in Bermuda Run. So here's the West Gate, and there's multiple different neighborhoods throughout. You've also got the Pro Golf Shop, which is off of 801. And it's also right here on the West Gate. Now, Windmock, that is an area, it's at Kinderton. This is everybody actually in the area. A lot of people use this area for holding functions. There's a lot of weddings. It's right next to the Yadkin River. It's on the line of Bermuda Run and Clemmons. Then you've got the town of Bermuda, which is again, very small. In the town of Bermuda, where it's located, there's also different medical facilities. We'll talk about that in a second. There's Davie Dermatology and some other specialty facilities. I think there's some eye doctors as well. We've also got the Village of Bermuda, which is like a town center for the Bermuda Village, where it's got a town, like a park kind of feel to it. Truist Sports, I did speak about this in the pros and cons. Now, this is in Bermuda Run, but this is a travel as well as recreational soccer facility. It is just soccer field after soccer field. So if you play travel soccer or your kid wants to play recreational soccer, the NC Fusion, that's where that's located. You'll see the Yadkin River is right here. It is right off of that. So the bad part about these fields is if it floods ever, they kind of flood too. But it's a beautiful facility and it's right next to Windmock. So you can see how everything's super, super tight knit right here. And you don't have to go very far if you live in Bermuda Run. But if you need to go to the grocery store, you will have to hop in a car and either head over to Advance and there's a Food Lion and a Lowe's, or you can head into Clemmons and kind of get what you need. But we'll head into neighborhoods and then we'll talk about a little bit about schools. Okay, so let's hit up some neighborhoods. Now, we've got Braden, this neighborhood, these are new construction built by Mungo. This is off of 801. And these homes are in the low 4s to mid 5s. But these are new construction homes. Then we've got the Hillsdale community. This area, there's all different kinds of homes there. There is some entry-level homes there. There's some townhomes built by Century Complete. There's also lots of existing homes built in the 70s, 80s, 90s, just all different eclectic homes. The lot sizes in Bermuda Run can be larger if it's away from the golf course like Hillsdale is. That is kind of like a little area outside Bermuda Run. It's a different neighborhood area, but those lot sizes will be larger. Again, we talked about the west gate of Bermuda Run. There's condos, townhouses, single family homes. Lots of them are built in the 70s and 80s, some 90s, all different ages. Again, they are going to be governed by the HOA, etc. One interesting fact about living in Bermuda Run is that when you're on the golf course, depending on what spot that you're at on the golf course or what tee will say, you will have a different HOA fee. So that's something to think about, is that depending on where the home is located, the HOA fee could be higher or lower. Or if it's in the townhouses or in the condos, you're looking at different HOA fees throughout. And there might be a couple different HOA fees. So these are things to think about, that you are living in a highly regulated HOA area. And the fees can depend on what hole on the golf course you're living at and where the home falls. So definitely think about that. We've also got, let's see, Spyglass is another road in Bermuda Run, and that also has all homes, newer homes, custom built homes, older homes, all different single family homes. It just depends on where you live in Bermuda Run and what you are interested in. We've got the Country Club, and I think we talked about this before, and there is some homes right there. One neighborhood I will tell you that is near Bermuda Run that I think it's important to talk about really quick, because there is also another golf club over here as well, is that you are in Bermuda Run right here, okay? But then there's Oak Valley that is just right up 801. And now this looks like it's a distance, but we're looking at like probably a mile or 2 miles. So you're very close to this huge neighborhood built in the 90s. All these homes were built in the mid 90s. They are also on another golf course, but it's called Oak Valley. And this is a super, super popular area. Some challenges about living off of 801 is that commute times during high traffic times, like 8:30 to 9, or in the evening between 5 and 6, just understand that you might run into traffic on 801, and that it's a busy road, and it's really the main road to get into Oak Valley, to Bermuda Run, as well as some neighborhoods beyond Oak Valley. And we will talk about those soon as well in Advance, because Advance is a super popular area. Now we're going to talk about some schools, and the schools in Bermuda Run, again, they're all in Davie County, but a lot of them are in Clemmons as well. So, but this one is and also in Advance. So your kids get the benefits of living in Bermuda Run, and they go to Shady Grove Elementary, another highly ranked school, and it's in the Davie County. Those are some of the benefits, and I've done another video on the pros and cons. And one of the benefits about living in Bermuda Run is the taxes and the schools. It's a highly ranked school in the Davie County area. Then we've got William Ellis, which is a little bit further out, and this is the middle school, one of the middle schools that a lot of the kids attend, and it's another highly ranked school in Davie County. Then we've got Morgan Elementary, and this one is in Clemmons. So some of the kids that live in Bermuda Run, maybe they want to go to Morgan Elementary, or they're closer in zone for Morgan Elementary, and that's in Clemmons, another highly ranked elementary school. Then we've got Clemmons Middle as well, and this one is another highly ranked school that the kids love going to. Now this is a little bit more rural in Clemmons, and we've talked about this school before as well, but your kids could go to that school by living in Bermuda Run. Then we've got Impact Preparatory Christian, that's a private school, and that is in Clemmons as well. So we've got quite a few schools that your kids can attend, and that they're highly ranked and hugely popular. We've also got a preschool in Bermuda Run. It's called a Child's World Learning Center. So preschool and etc. And that is right in Bermuda Run. So if you have a very small child and they need to go to daycare or preschool, that's a good location. If your kids do karate or taekwondo, there's a couple facilities in Bermuda Run. There's Combat Athletics as well as True Taekwondo. And that is actually located in Bermuda Run. But the big sport everybody loves is the NC Fusion. My niece actually plays soccer for them. That place is crazy during soccer day on Saturday. It is back to back. So again, that's one thing you want to think about if you're going to live in Bermuda Run, that Fusion, when they're busy with soccer, you could run into a little bit of traffic because, you're off of 158. So just know that during soccer days, it might be a little bit busy as well as commute times. But you're so close to Highway 40 that it's super easy to get on and off. And again, if you need anything that Bermuda Run does not have, such as grocery stores, yard maintenance, hardware stores, Clemmons has got it. And we've done tons of videos about Clemmons and what they have. If you need something, you're very close to Clemmons and you can hop there and get what you need, or you can head to Winston because you are so close to Winston-Salem. So huge benefits about living in Bermuda Run is convenience and living with a golf license. like lifestyle. So some big benefits living in Bermuda Run. So now that you've taken a tour through Bermuda Run, through Google Maps, and you see where it's located in the Triad and what the town kind of looks like and the size of the community and the golf course in general. And if you've decided that this is the place that you want to call your next home, I'd love to be able to chat with you. People reach out to me every day, just like you. Whether you're looking to move today, tomorrow, or in the next year, I'd love to be able to talk with you. You can call, text, or DM me, or set up a Zoom meeting below and we can chat face to face. I'd love to be able to help you.